and welcome to the first installment of American History Mysteries. I'm Coley Sims and I'll be your host as we look into some of the biggest mysteries in our country's history. This is your warning that some of these topics may be scary, but for the most part they are mysterious. This show will give you some insights into what just might have happened regarding some peculiar mysteries in American history. Our first American history mystery is the Roanoke Island colony and the complete disappearance of every soul that remained in that settlement. In 1585, the first English settlement was established in what we now call the United States of America, the Roanoke Island colony. Their first go of it didn't go well, and all the settlers made the trip right back across the Atlantic, only settling in America for about a year. The reasons for their return to their homeland included lack of food and attacks by Indians. Later on, in 1587, a new group of 118 British colonists were sent to settle back into the Roanoke Island colony, and they were led by John White. The group consisted of 17 women, 11 children, and 90 men. John White brought his wife and daughter with him. His daughter ended up giving birth to a baby soon after arriving at the Roanoke Island colony. This baby ended up being the first English baby born on American soil in history. Great Britain was a bit more selective for this group of settlers and was planning for potential attacks by Native Americans. This is why so many men were sent the second time around. However, the new colonists of Roanoke, which is located in today's North Carolina, couldn't even make it out of 1587 without running out of food. So it was decided then that their leader John White, who is now called the governor of the Roanoke Island colony, would take a quick ship ride back to their homeland of Britain to get more food and other supplies. And when I say quick ship ride to Britain and back, I'm talking anywhere between 6 months to 9 months. Ship travel in the late 18th century had many variables that made exact travel time hard to pinpoint. It also didn't help that right when John White returned to Great Britain, Queen Elizabeth I asked for all ships to help out in a battle with the Spaniards. After a couple years, John White was able to get off his homeland and back to the Roanoke Island colony in 1590, over 2 years later. What he found when he arrived back at the Roanoke Island colony is where our mystery really starts. All 100 and some colonists had vanished without a trace. Well, there was one trace, and one trace only. The word Croatoan was carved into a wooden post. Now, some quick history on Croatoan. There was a small Native American tribe called the Croatoans. They resided on the island of Croatoan, which was just south of the Roanoke Island. Perhaps the Roanoke colonists were there in search for more food. Perhaps the Croatoans killed them all. That's just the thing about this particular American history mystery. To this day, no one really knows what happened to over 100 colonists in the Roanoke Island colony. There have been many interesting theories of what happened to these people back in the 1500s. One theory insists that they couldn't wait for John White anymore, so they decided to take a ship back to Britain. However, their trip turned south, literally, as they may have been pushed too far south and were caught and presumably murdered by the Spaniards that were operating out of Florida at the time. There is a rosier version of what may have happened to the Roanoke Island colony. They may have just moved further inland and linked up with a nice and welcoming Native American tribe. There were many of those, in fact. Another theory states that the Croatoans may have very well even helped the Roanoke colony resettle in a better place with them. The limit to that theory is that no tribe could have handled taking care of 100 extra people at the time. Science has since revealed that there was a drought in that specific area in North Carolina from 1587 to 1589. This definitely wouldn't help out with the whole starvation issue. Maybe more groups around the area helped? That leads to what most likely happened based on years of archaeological digging, science number crunching, and theories being tested. The most widely accepted theory is that disease or violence hit the Roanoke Island colony and thinned their number. Recent findings by researchers involved a secret map with shelter-like red and blue markings that they believe meant there was a safe location the colony members were supposed to go to if disaster struck. Disaster would definitely include mass disease and violence. With the lower population number of the Roanoke Island colony, they probably split into smaller groups and dispersed around the area until they either found peace or a not-so-happy end. As stated before, there was no group that could take on all 100 members. This has led experts to believe that there were a few different groups in the area that helped the colonists or killed them. There are many theories as to what exactly happened to the Roanoke Island colony, also known today as the Lost Colony. These are just some good ideas, but no one really knows for sure. Researchers are still hard at work trying to solve this American history mystery, even 430 years later. Maybe one day we will know, but for now, it is a mystery.
As an Army ROTC cadet at Whitewater, you have the opportunity to develop into a great leader while learning and applying the Army values to your everyday life. Within ROTC, you have the chance to travel overseas in the CULP program to train with other militaries, attend many elite Army schools such as Airborne and Combat Diver, and you have the opportunity to attend conferences and guest lectures by some of the Army's top-ranking officers. Our Warhawk cadets participate in many extracurricular activities, Division III sports, Greek life, intramural sports, among many other team building and community service events. Being a cadet at Whitewater is more than just being part of the Army. It's also about being active members in our community and coming together to form a family atmosphere. Anyone who wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves while developing themselves professionally should consider UW-Whitewater ROTC. To sign up for UW-Whitewater ROTC, go to the 4th floor of McCutcheon Hall to room 417.
Welcome to the University Bookstore. The University Bookstore provides students with the opportunity to purchase apparel, gift items, textbooks, snacks, supplies, and other necessities right here on campus. The bookstore is also home to textbook rental, where you can find many of your required textbooks. Our friendly staff always goes the extra mile to provide customers with a quick and pleasant experience. Visit the bookstore today to find great deals on everything you need to succeed as a Warhawk.
Video One Media Services provides accomplished students the opportunity to enhance their college experience by working with real-world clients. In addition, we provide clients local and affordable video options to better enhance their media needs. For more information on how Video One Media Services can help you with your next media project, email or call our office at 262-472-5659.
Welcome to Jitters Coffee Lounge. Located on the first floor of the Wells Complex, Jitters is a student-ran, volunteer-based coffee lounge, open nightly from 8 p.m. to midnight. Jitters Coffee Lounge is home to classic hot and frozen drinks with our favorite, the Oreo-gasm. Jitters offers live music, karaoke, and comedy events featuring both local and guest talents. For more information, visit our website at uwwjitters.org. Jitters Coffee Lounge will keep you up all night.
Now, to round out the show, I will be highlighting a feature creature of American myth and some critical information on their possible realness. You may have heard this first feature creature called Yowie, Yeren, Skunk Ape, Yeti, Sasquatch, the most common name, Bigfoot. The first rumblings of Bigfoot were from Native American people mainly located in the Pacific Northwest, places like Washington and Oregon and California. He has been around for over 400 years. Bigfoot is described as very big and tall with huge feet, hairy all over, with a human-like body. Most cultures actually have a story of a humanish giant in their folklore. Many experts/doubters say that cultures just need a huge, potentially deadly creature in their lives. This has led to many, many hoaxes, usually consisting of people in gorilla costumes running around the forest. However, there have been some sightings in American history that will even make the biggest doubters a little shaky. Here are the top 3 sightings of Bigfoot in America. Number 3, the Utah Bigfoot family. In 2011, a father took his kids and their friends to a snow hill right outside a forest. As he was taping them, you can clearly see not 1, not 2, but 3 Bigfoot walking out of some heavy brush very quickly and casually. The family later went back to look for prints in the snow, but it had since melted. The video is very eerie and is a rare case when more than 1 Bigfoot was spotted. Number 2, the Marble Mountain Bigfoot sighting. This happened back in the summer of 2000 near Fort Jones, California. A group of 15 people were on a camping trip when they came across a weird den of tree branches surrounding a few tall trees. It was then that one of the kids in the group saw a huge creature up on a ridge watching them. The video of this encounter is widely accepted as the best evidence of Bigfoot ever. The large hairy figure can clearly be seen walking around the ridge for over 4 minutes before disappearing into the forest. And number 1, the best Bigfoot sighting in America comes from 1967, the first ever evidence of Bigfoot caught on tape. It is the original, it started the hysteria, and it is iconic. When 2 Sasquatch hunters went out looking for him near Bluff Creek, California, they found a tree that had been knocked down right by the creek. When they looked up, they saw Bigfoot walking away casually, only about 100 feet away from them. The footage they captured is infamous and has been widely debated whether it is real or a hoax. The man that filmed it said he started following the 7-foot Sasquatch when it stopped, glanced over the shoulder at him, and then kept walking. This glance dropped the guy with the video camera to his knees due to fear. This video created an even greater desire to find Bigfoot. Though Bigfoot's existence is widely debated, it is clear that there have been some major sightings and stories that have come of him. The world may never know the truth, but it's safe to say there could be something out there. I, for one, believe. This has been the first episode of American History Mystery. I hope you learned something about the lost colony on Roanoke Island and Bigfoot. For more information on these topics, I encourage you to look them up online. We will be back with a new episode soon with a focus on the Salem witch trials. I'm Coley Sims. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode of American History Mystery.